Good day, everyone. Good day, class. So, how are you today? I hope that you are feeling well. So, let's proceed to the next topic, which is the mixed farming systems, advantages, challenges, and importance of mixed farming system. So, let's proceed. What is mixed farming system? Mixed farming system is an integrated agricultural approaches that combines two essential components on the same farm. So as you can see at the photo, merong isang photo dito na isa lang or only crops lang ang nag-e-exist sa isang field. So, hindi siya matatawag na mixed farming system. At meron din sa isang photos, makikita nyo dito ang dalawang crops na makikita mo sa iisang field. So, essential components yun sila. Ang isa ay livestock raising at ang isa ay merong crops na nakatanim doon sa isang field. So, kino-combine dito yung livestock farming at saka crop farming. By integrating these two aspects, mixed farming aims to improve overall farm productivity, enhance ecological sustainability, and create a more resilient agricultural system. So next, skip natin yung learning objectives. And dito, why combine crops and livestock? Bakit siya pinagko-combine? Farmers choose mixed farming for several strategic reasons that boost efficacy and resilience. Pinakauna, optimized resource use. Every part of the farm contributes from land to labor, ensuring nothing goes to waste. So, kapag pinagko-combine mo yung crops at saka yung livestock, magiging beneficial sila to each other. At saka walang magiging waste. Kahit na yung waste talaga ng animal or animal manure is magagamit siya for fertilizer sa crops na itinanim mo doon sa farm nyo. So lahat ng nandoon sa field na yun is beneficial siya for each other or vice versa. Dahil yun nga, masasabi natin na resource yung magagamit sila for the both. Next is crops provide feed. Crops like corn or hay grown on the farm directly feed the livestock, reducing external input or cost. O, tama. Tama naman din talaga na magiging less na lang yung magiging expenses or yung cost ng farm mo dahil yung mga crops ay pwede siyang maging feeds ng iyong mga livestock na mga animals. And animals provide manure. So sinabi ko nga kanina na yung animal waste or yung animal manure is pwedeng maging fertilizer ng crops mo. So vice versa lang talaga yan silang dalawa. And next is multiple income streams. Farmers have diverse products to sell: crops, milk, meat, eggs, reducing reliance on a single market. So, kung crop lang yung tinanim mo, isa lang, or yun yung tinatawag na single market. So, isa lang yung magiging pagkukuhanan ng income mo. Where it comes to, kapag pinag-combine mo yung dalawa, yung crops at saka yung livestock, is marami kang mapagkukuhanan ng income mo, hindi lang sa animals, hindi lang sa crops. Meron din yung mga milk, yung eggs, yung meat nila. So, di ba, marami mong pagkukunan ng income mo at saka marami din yung profit o so profitable talaga siya na farm. Kapag yun yung pinili mo, yung mixed farming. So, next is how mixed farming reduces risk. So, one of the most significant advantage of mixed farming is its ability to build resilience and reduce financial risk for farmers. So, as I said earlier na, yun nga, magiging less na yung expenses niya at saka hindi na malaki yung cost kasi konti na lang yung kailangang bilhin dun sa labas. Okay, so first is protection from market swings. Having multiple products buffers against price volatility in any single commodity. Next is diversified income. So yun nga, marami kukunan yung income mo at magiging profitable yung farm mo. And next is reduced dependency. Farmers are not solely reliant on the success or failure of the single crop or animal product. So if one fails, the other survives. Next is the advantages of mixed farming. So first is the risk reduction. So, yun nga, sinabi ko kanina, if crop fails, livestock can provide many income. So, marami makukuha na income kahit na mag-fail yung crops. And next is better income stability. Multiple products like milk, eggs, meats, and crops. So, marami talagang mapagkukunan na mga income. So, stable yung income mo at hindi ka talaga mawawalan. Next is soil fertility improvement. Animal manure is used as organic fertilizer. Organic fertilizer. So, yun nga, hindi lang income yung advantage mo dito, kundi magiging healthy din yung soil mo kasi nga yung mga manure ng mga animal livestock animal mo na binubuhay mo dito sa farm mo is yung mga manure niya, magiging malaking tulong yun siya sa pagiging sa soil fertility ng yung lupa. Next is food security. Produces diverse food for family and community, not only for your market or for marketing, but also pwede mo rin siya maging konsumo mo sa iyong family at saka sa community. Pwede mo rin siyang gamitin na pang exchange. And next, dito naman tayo dumango sa disadvantage and challenges. So, tapos na tayo sa advantages. So far, marami naman siyang advantage sa farmers. And dito naman tayo sa disadvantage and challenges. High labor requirement. Managing crops and animals requires time and effort. So, yun nga, kahit na nababawas-bawasan tayo dito sa feeds or dun sa mga fertilizer sa pagbili ng mga ganun, dito naman tayo malalakihan ng pagbabayad sa labor. Kasi hindi naman pwede na kung sino yung mag-aalaga sa crops, is yun din yung mag-aalaga sa mga animals. So, kailangan ng time and effort dito at kailangan talaga ng correct management sa paggawa ng gantong farm. Kasi nga, kailangan talaga siya ng intensive na pag-aalaga. So, kailangan na iba yung mag-aalaga sa crops at iba din yung mag-aalaga dun sa mga livestock mo. So, next tayo. Number 2, need for skills and knowledge. So, farmers must understand both crop production and animal care. So, hindi lang pwede kung farmers ka na mag-focus ka lang talaga sa crops at hindi ka marunong na paano mag-alaga ng mga animal care o ng mga animals or sa mga livestock na bubuhayin mo. Kasi nga, kailangan na skills or master mo na talaga yung ganong pag-aalaga. At saka meron ka din knowledge. Okay lang naman kung hindi mo master, pero mas mahalaga pa rin kung meron kang knowledge kung paano sila aalagaan ang kada isa sa kanila, yung crops at saka yung animals. So far, yun lang yung mga challenge na makakaharap mo kung makakapag-decide ka na agagamitin mo yung or i-apply mo sa farm mo yung mixed farming. And importance in developing countries. Number 1 is support sustainable agriculture. Next is improves rural livelihood. And next is promotes environmental protection. So, yun nga, makakatulong talaga siya sa mga developing countries dahil nga is maraming pagkukunan ng income at saka yung hindi lang sa income or hindi lang sa marketing i-improve din yung soil health and soil fertility. At to sum up, yun lahat-lahat ng yun, malaking tulong talaga siya sa pagde-develop ng isang country. Lalo na kung mas focus talaga nila ay yung sa economic growth talaga. Okay, so let's skip the group activity. And for the assignment, I want you to take picture of this and yes, so the directions is interview a local farmer and ask, do you practice mixed farming? And what benefits and challenges do you experience? So write your findings in a one whole sheet of paper and I want you to submit it next meeting Tuesday. And for the generalization or conclusion, mixed farming is not just a farming system. It is a strategy for survival, sustainability, and food security. Through a proper knowledge and hard work, farmers can improve their lives while protecting the environment. So as I said, or sa lagi ko nang sinasabi, simula pa kanina, hindi lang napapalago nito yung negosyo mo o yung market mo or yung income mo or yung profit mo. Hindi itong mixed cropping, hindi niya lang napapalago yung buhay mo or in short terms yung buhay mo. Hindi niya lang napapalago yun. Kung hindi, nakakatulong ka din sa environment at nakakatulong ka din sa pag-develop ng iyong sariling komunidad or let's say country mo. Kasi nga mas malaki pa rin yung factor ng market or nung income. Kaya mas nakakatulong to sa economic growth ng iyong country. So I think that concludes my topic. Thank you for your listening. Bye-bye.